Welcome to the 15-minute Tech Talk. We're going to talk about this past week in tech, and the only rule is we have 15 minutes to do so. That's all the time I had left in my calendar. No ifs, no buts, and to help me, I'm joined by Jordan here.
Hello, Daniel.
Are you excited for this first episode?
I cannot wait. I'm shaking in my little boots.
I was going to say, are you stressed by the time?
A little bit, actually. I keep glancing over and being like, oh, crap, I'm going to die.
This is working as intended then. No. But we should get straight into it then.
Yes, get straight into it. We're running
the first story, the big story of the week is that Microsoft laid off 4,800 positions.
Another one bites the dust.
That's 2.1%
of its entire...
of its worldwide workforce.
Are we talking Microsoft or Xbox specifically?
Microsoft.
Holy crap.
Microsoft hired 228,000 people in total, and it might include a few Australian employees as well.
Yeah.
But talking about Xbox, that is 20% of Xbox's workforce that's being slashed. 3,200 in total. 1,600
wow.
now, 1,600
I'm pretty sure they said it's like
year.
over time. It's not right away. So it's like they're going to sprinkling, keep firing people for like a whole year, right?
It's going to be not a fun time for those workers with that hanging over their heads.
No, it's not a great time for video games right now, is it? PlayStation with their discs and now Xbox with their employees.
Yep.
And
I mean, it's just a bad time in general for IT-related roles anyway.
I completely agree. Agree.
And that's the first thing I think about is like the people who are affected by this. This is horrible. And
it's hard enough to find a job in tech now. I mean, we know a couple of people that have come out of ComSci and they can't find work.
Yeah, I know him. He's me.
No, you're here.
I'm here, but
he's okay.
It was difficult to find a job for a long time. But like even 5 years ago when we were in uni and stuff, it just seemed like
everyone's getting scooped up.
IT was like the safe option.
Yeah. I remember one of my lecturers, actually, he got scooped up during COVID just to sit there and do nothing so no other tech company could have him.
Wow, okay.
So now it's the complete opposite of that. Where it's like, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Let's token max instead.
Yes. But this is like part of the continuing trend of like post-COVID era layoffs.
Yeah, but it's weird. It didn't start. It wasn't necessarily post-COVID. Like I know it started with that, but I trace it back to that fateful tweet when Sam Altman said, we released ChatGPT, try it out.
Yes, I mean, the EVP and Chief People Officer of Microsoft said, I also want to be direct that the roles eliminated today are not being replaced by AI, but she does state that AI is like one of the reasons why they did that. Which is ironic because the increasing cost of AI is also one of the reasons.
Aren't they building like the world's biggest data center in Sydney?
I mean,
fact check me if I'm wrong.
I don't know, fact check that one, but I wouldn't be surprised for sure. And like we're talking about Microsoft here, they're one of the main, strongholds of the tech thing. Like, I mean, what's their future for them? They have a stronghold in enterprise, and more people don't like Windows.
Yeah, I mean, Windows as a whole, like I hate Windows 11. I feel like every couple of years they release like one semi-decent operating system and then the next one's garbage. And then the next one after that is semi-decent.
That's the cycle. 8 was bad, 10 was good, 11 is bad.
Yeah.
And 12...
Well, I mean, 11. Even with 11, I was able to bypass the full license by putting in a code. Why can I do that?
Well, that's on camera now, but yes.
Bill, please no Bill.
We're not cutting this. And just a quick moment to talk about Xbox because we have to talk about Xbox. So they're moving away from the Game Pass strategy. If you don't know what Game Pass is, it's just like a gaming streaming service. You pay subscription, you get to download or stream games.
Garbage.
And so they're moving away from the Game Pass strat and they're going back to a more traditional strat, like investing in their big IPs and stuff like that.
I think it's probably a good strat. I mean, even Game Pass is okay, but I think it probably had a negative effect on the industry, especially in terms of consumer expectations. Do you remember when everyone's like, oh, day one Call of Duty, and then Activision, I think, was like, oh, some other company was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I get the idea for tech. I think long term, all these companies are just going to turn to glorified PC makers, to be honest with you. That sounds like the way we're heading.
I mean, an Xbox is basically just a PC with a bit of a skin on it. So.
I mean, it's kind of consumer choice, not even just in Xbox, but just in everything is so hard now. Like everyone crapped on Apple a few years ago for their ecosystem, but it seems like everyone just wants to have their own ecosystem now as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And Android no longer allows like side loading apps or like
really?
That's changing. That Google announced like some sort of change with that.
Oh, great. Okay, well my whole job is affected then. Thanks,
It might
Google.
become a little bit more difficult. Anyways,
Oh, we're good. 10 minutes. Yeah,
perfect.
cool.
That was 5
Perfect
minutes for the
timing.
first subject and probably the biggest one. So
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, let's move on to our next topic then. Chinese AI model ZAI. Oh, wait, sorry. Chinese AI company, their AI model, GLM 5.2, performs nearly as well as Claude's Opus 4.8.
Really?
Yes, it was released last month and is reportedly in the same league as Opus 4.8 and GPT
And
5.5.
now, does this run locally or is it an online
So
model?
it's actually an open weight model.
I see.
It is so not fully open source, but you can run it locally because of that.
Does anyone have that type of spec'd out computer?
No, but you can. They do offer a normal, like, pay for tokens and you get the service. And the big talking point is that they operate at roughly a sixth of the cost of closed US models like Claude and the GPT series.
Interesting.
About 80 to 90% cheaper per token at scale.
See, do you remember when DeepSeek first came out? I think it was like,
I was going to ask that specifically.
was it like Jan of 2025, I think, when it came out? I remember I was in Europe and it came out and my mum's like, don't download it, it's spyware, don't do it, don't do it. And I did it anyway. But at that time, I think that was even rivaling the model of, I think it was GPT 4.0, or it might have been one of the later, I don't think we were at 5 yet.
Yep.
That was rivaling it too. But it's really interesting how China's able to train these models and they're running off like normal graphics cards.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, true. Because the U.S. government has tried to stop like AI development in China by restricting parts that they can have and stuff, and it doesn't seem to be working. Interestingly, speaking of DeepSeek, so it says that Chinese LLM's global market share jumped from 13% from 3% in the 2 months after DeepSeek.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
a massive jump so quickly.
I know it is. It is a big step for the Chinese AI models, and I just wanted to ask, like, what do you think this is going to do for smaller businesses? Like, is this a bit of a no-brainer, or?
I don't know. Like, I feel like right now it's funny because everyone started with ChatGPT, and even me, I was such a loyalist. I refused to try anything else.
Yep.
Like, it was just like me and ChatGPT against the world. And then it was Claudebot. It's called Claude? Is it called Claudebot now? Maltbot. It's called OpenClaw. It's called OpenClaw now.
Yep.
That got me to buy a Claude subscription, and then from there, me and ChatGPT broke up, and that subscription got cancelled, and I don't use it
And
anymore.
I think for a lot of programmers, that seems to be the natural progression.
Yeah,
It's like,
of course.
Claude
but
is
it's weird,
awesome.
right? Because now technically ChatGPT has the better coding model, but now
Really?
it's like a pain in the ass to switch back because you have all that context, right?
True,
And
true.
at least with my job, like as a project manager, what I use Claude most for is like I will give it a task while I'm doing something else, and then I just check it so I can do double, right?
Yeah.
I think if these Chinese models can do the same at cheaper subscription rates than Claude or cheaper token price, it's a no-brainer to move it. But I don't think anyone's cracked being able to move, whole context over. Like I'm married to Claude right now because I don't want to move everything I've taught it over the last 6 months to a new model.
That's a good point there.
Yeah.
And you did mention the security concerns that your mom was worried about. That is a big talking point because the security concerns, we don't really know like what's up with that. And I think a lot of people have stopped caring because it's like, what, the US companies are better?
I think in general, most people don't care. I mean, I'm sure that I know plenty of people that care about their data and use like DuckDuckGo and those kind of search engines, right?
Yeah.
But I think generally most people are like, whatever. Like Bezos knows my entire address and where I go to the bathroom.
He knows
and
everything.
everything. So China can know the same. But it's a real concern though. I mean, it's the same thing that TikTok went through, but now it's just a separate kind of tool.
Yeah, true. And how much time are we on?
6
minutes.
Beautiful.
This is great.
Look at that,
we're going
guys.
through these, and we're going to continue to the next topic, keeping on the AI route. Anthropic, Mythos 5, and Fable 5 got the all clear from the US government.
Thank you, Trump.
Oh God, it's been about 3 weeks since they stopped the public release, and now they've allowed it because there's safeguards, so it will kick back to Opus.
Yeah.
If it
I think they actually extended the date today to the 12th. It was originally supposed to stop on the 7th, and as of the recording of this, which is the 8th, they extended it to the 12th.
extended what?
Fable's window for subscription users. They're going to block it off to just token based.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That expensive, huh?
Oh, dude. So I don't know if you've used a Claude Pro plan before, but that thing just dies instantly,
Yeah.
right? So Fable does the same thing on a max subscription. So I've got the 5x usage. I can use Fable for like half an hour, and then it's like you're locked for 3 hours.
Wow,
Which is the
okay.
same usage that Opus had on the Pro users, which is nuts.
see.
But it's such a good model, man.
Okay.
Oh my! Like it's yesterday I was using it. I was like, I need you to go through this transcript and fix this document based on transcript. I could not fault that thing. Like I looked at that like it was my unborn child. Like I was so proud of him.
I see. I'm okay. So, what I'm gonna ask then, if it's that good, are the security concerns real or overplayed? Because that's why it was.
I mean, absolutely. When it first came out, they reported that it found a vulnerability in a legacy system that was still used.
Yeah.
If that's released to the public, just infrastructure as a whole is just screwed.
Yeah.
I think we've had this discussion before. All of tech hangs on literally a thread. Do you remember what happened with like the Microsoft outage and that like a couple years ago?
CrowdStrike.
If that happens again with like a public AI model, everyone like hats are off. Like cybersecurity as a whole, bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big thing, like with more people vibe coding, with more PRs being just like, AI coded and stuff. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen like one of the big dominoes just fall, just like something goes really bad because it hasn't been checked through.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I'm pretty sure it wasn't recently in Apple's latest beta of the new iOS version, there was a Claude file in there. So
really?
So it's clear, like, because when you co-author something with Claude, it comes through as co-authored.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Apple had one of those in their file system. So it's like, if we're becoming more reliant on them, look, maybe it's twofold. Maybe Fable can help prevent it before it even happens, but maybe it also reveals things that it missed as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah. How much time we got?
3 minutes.
One more little thing about this then. Is it a coincidence that the US government blocked these models because they're more in bed with OpenAI? Or is it serious? Is it just because of the security concerns?
No, I think it can't be a coincidence. I mean, originally I'm pretty sure Claude was the one that had the deal. They said no because they didn't like how they were going to use it. And then Sam Altman came out like the god he is and went, we support Claude. And then they took the deal themselves. So it's like literally within the same sentence, you're like, okay, buddy.
Yep. Okay.
So, I mean, I would think that there's something going on there, but I'm sure there was genuine cause for concern too.
Yep.
Did we beat this in 13 minutes?
2 minutes 45, maybe, but we're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
We got stuff, the last stuff.
guys.
You know what? We got 2 minutes 40. Why don't we do a bit more of a fun topic?
Okay.
It's still tech related, and I thought it's been a while since I've cared much about consumer tech, but Motorola have released a new phone with a headphone jack.
Oh, it's evolving just backwards.
I know, right? And on a less fun fact, it has been 10 years now since iPhone removed the headphone jack.
Yeah, the iPhone 7.
Yep, the iPhone 7.
I had that phone.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. When it
Did
came...
you buy AirPods?
No, no, I didn't get AirPods. I didn't even get AirPods. I got Jabras like the year after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, does anyone use the headphone jack anymore? I mean, you don't count. You're like retrotech and kind of like...
I don't know. What's this I have here with the little dongle?
Why do you like to cause yourself pain?
Because these are good and these were $30.
Yeah, but my AirPods have had... Actually, they were bought on company money, but... They've lasted me the last 3 years.
And it's cool.
And it's
Wired headphones are cool.
Oh yeah,
they're
wired
back in.
Wired headphones are cool.
Again.
They're
Mate,
cool.
I had a friend in high school. He's probably watching this. He used to hang them out of his shirt, and I used to bully him for it. He had this one earphone in his little binder, and he walk around with his like headphones. Like I was like, I love you, buddy. You're great.
No man, I'm just because
You're a purist.
I
so
like.
Do you still plug
audio.
your controller into your console when you're playing? Then
When I plug it into my PC, yes, because it's easier, but not for like PlayStation.
So it's the same like logic.
Well, okay, I'm not opposed to using wireless headphones, AirPods. I just
have a preference.
I have a preference. Yeah,
That's fair enough.
They're like $300 for AirPods, and every time I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but how often does that break because the cable's like tied weird in your pocket?
No comment.
No comment.
Okay.
How many have you gone through, Daniel? What is the number, Daniel?
Okay. Oh. We don't have much time left. You see these headphones here? I'm like a nerd, so like you can take them out and replace the cable. So like the cable breaks and you just replace
Apple,
the cable.
take notes. Where was this 10 years ago?
Yeah. Speaking of 10 years ago, you're an iPhone user,
am.
I was more on the Samsung side of things. I think.
Loser.
Or the most. I said Samsung. I mean Android. What do you
Read,
think,
Daniel, read.
What do you think about the more fun period of tech in that time? You have 20 seconds.
It was so much fun. I really loved the YouTube app that was locally on iOS 6. And I
Oh
still
my God,
missed
yes,
that. That was an
awesome.
absolute
Holy
classic.
crap, that's how I
but I
started.
haven't had an Android in my life. Actually, I had a HTC for 2 days and I got rid of it for an iPhone 3GS.
Stop. Were you affected by the Telstra outages?
No, I was not. Optus for the win.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.